No! 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 The wife cried. Aidan saw the horrified faces of the other convicts. They already knew they were going to be executed, but now they knew just how real it was.
Really? That's what he has to feel about that? I didn't say it. I thought he started feeling bad.
I know. I was like, are you going to start feeling bad now? It's like, nope, just going to do my job. The realization that they were truly going to die must have dawned on them. Oriel Sherwood quieted down to fitful sobs. Do it, she ordered. The dragoon standing in front of her glanced at his commander. The commander nodded. The dragoon didn't need to be told twice. He raised his hand. He watched the woman shut her teary eyes. He didn't know this woman. He only knew that she was a criminal and that it was his job to kill her. That was all he needed to know. The woman didn't scream. Her body jerked when the sharp rock shot out of her chest, but then it went limp. God, this is getting more depressing. How many more lives have to be lost in this game? Her wide-open eyes held no life.
I just think he's too loyal. Doesn't stop to question.
I know, like get all the facts, like get all the truth facts around him, and then like looking at the children, their pleas. He didn't respond to a child's plea to spare them. It's like Aidan, have a heart. You had a child once.
I know, he just blindly followed the king's orders. He could at least help or investigate if the other people were.
I know. Let's see. More screams and cries pierced the night, including those from behind the wall that Commander Woolf summoned earlier. 2 convicts, husband and wife, had been executed. Only the underlings were left. Jeez, how many people does he have? Okay, there's Enna, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. 8. There's 8 people left, and I don't want to see them all get spiked. Okay, let's see. The dragoons had expected some fights. They had been warned that some of these criminals might be powerful mages, but all of them seemed to have accepted their fate.
Really? Maybe they weren't powerful mages.
Yeah, like heal them or something. Maybe their magic isn't strong enough against you, Wolf. Did you think about that? Okay. Perhaps they understood that they didn't stand a chance against dragoons.
Or they're innocent.
Yeah. The next dragoon got ready for his turn.
Look, and he's just kind of leaving them on those.
I know, they could like move them or something. He saw Commander Wolf nod at him. Oh. The dragoon met the young woman's silent but pleading eyes.
Oh, look at the close-up there.
Oh, there's more than 8. Yikes. How many workers did they have? I know that's a lot of workers to have in one building, or 2 buildings technically.
Man, I hope she doesn't get killed.
I know. It's like, thanks for the close-up. It's like, what she asked for, he didn't know. Really? Salvation? Saving? Spare my life? Let's see, whatever it was, he couldn't grant it. Yeah, you can. You can. Just tell them to stop. It was his job to kill her. Of course it's your job.
He's a jerk.
I know. I don't like you anymore, Wolf. I lost my respect for you. He felt bad for the young woman. Then don't kill her. But orders were orders.
See what I mean? Blindly follow. Like, the king's gonna love him. But...
Yep. He's gonna be kissing that ring finger for the rest of his life. The king's ring finger, I mean.
No, stop.
A man yelled.
Stop.
It was the young lord who tried to fight the commander, still struggling to free himself from his captor and still nowhere close to success.
Please.
The woman stammered.
At least do not harm the children.
Oh, he still has a caring heart, even in the face of death.
His flag should be going off like, maybe she's not a bad girl. If she promise me you won't do anything to.
A tear ran down her cheek. The dragoon didn't reply.
Wow.
He wasn't supposed to. He was only supposed to kill this woman.
I mean, the king probably didn't specifically say, don't talk to them.
I know! He probably just said, oh, just kill them. He didn't say specifically, don't talk to the criminals. And that was what he would do. No. I like her too. So he raised his hand.
Do you think Janis is gonna?
God, I hope she comes swooping in all awesome style and like boom, boom, and punches Aidan in the face or bites his hand off or something. Anything, Janis, do anything.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah, you go, girl. Out of nowhere, a little girl appeared. Startled, the dragoon blinked. The little girl was gone. Suddenly, his vision was a blur. Yeah. Reflexively, he shut his eyes again. When he opened them, he was greeted by the bright full moon, and then the earth. What happened? The other dragoon barked in shock as he watched his teammate spinning in the air and slamming into the hard ground.
Janis must be very fast.
I know. He blinked and she was gone.
Oh, there she is.
Look how mad she looks. He quickly turned to face the young woman his teammate should have killed, only to find that not only was the woman still alive, a little girl was now standing in front of her. Oh, I guess it's you.
Janis?
The woman seemed to be just as surprised. Who was this girl?
Didn't he have like a heart-to-heart with this way back?
I know, right? You bonded with her, you did investigating with her. And anyway. You're very forgetful today, Wolf. Was she an inmate? Why was she here? To save Miss Polidori. What did she just do to that dragoon? Kicked his butt. The girl said.
Don't worry, Anna.
You kept your promise. This wasn't the time to hesitate, the dragoon decided. He didn't know who this girl was, or why she was here, or what she had done to the dragoon who was now sprawled on the ground, but he could detect aggression from both the girl's facial features and her body language, an unmistakably hostile behavior that dragoons were trained to defend against.
How do you forget about her?
I know. He spent more time with her than any other kids in the madhouse. The dragoon pulled his right hand back and gathered mana. He allowed the mana to boil before setting his hand ablaze. No, don't, he heard someone speak in a pained voice that curiously sounded like Commander Wolf's.
Is this like another dragoon? I don't...
But it was too late to stop now. But the little girl swiftly leaped to his side and...
Oh, it was.
Oh, cool. That went by really fast, but cool.
Okay, no wonder he didn't remember her. Chapter 15.
Fire! Well, you get it. You read it. What happened? Another dragoon barks in shock after I throw his friend into the air and onto the ground hard. He turns to face Anna and I quickly position myself between them, ready to face this next dragoon.
Janis? Don't worry, Anna. Remember, I promised I'd beat up anyone who tried. Oh, is this from her?
Yeah, it's from her perspective. The dragoon seems surprised, but I guess he decided that I'm a threat. He pulls his right hand back and allows it to burst into flame. No, don't! The dragoon attacks. But I slid out of the way and moved behind the dragoon. I used my right hand to deflect his spellcasting hand and the other to reach for the nape of his neck. Once we're in this position, I'm supposed to push down on his neck. But since my opponent is a grown man who is much stronger than me, I decide to get a little creative with his takedown. I grip his neck from behind, but before I push down, I dig into the pressure points lining his neck, causing him to reflexively jolt in pain. Then I push down. This plus his low off-balance position allows me to easily control the dragoon's movement and swing him around. Now we're facing opposite directions. As his body rises, I rotate with him, lining my arm at his neck perpendicular to his body. At this point, one might be tempted to use this arm to slam the opponent down with as much force as possible, but that probably won't work. Again, I'm a small teenage girl and my opponent is a dragoon. Fortunately, there's a better way. As one gets up, a certain amount of momentum is created. Taking advantage of this, I push the man forward, disrupting his balance, while raising my arm underneath the dragoon's chin. In one smooth motion, my arm makes an arch in the air, which forces the dragoon's chin up and backward in a circular motion. In turn, this forces the dragoon's head to follow the motion. But since his head can only travel backwards so far before snapping his neck, his body instinctively follows. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. I'm glad they did that step by step. The dragoon crashes to the ground, instantly knocking him unconscious. There are techniques one can use to safely break a fall, but I guess they don't teach those in magic schools. Their loss. But now's not the time to rejoice. The battle isn't over. Seeing two of their teammates defeated sends the rest of the dragoons into panic. They scramble to surround me and prepare to attack. This isn't going to be easy, but I'm not going to back down. I will protect Candela's wish. A dragoon charges at me from my left, another from my right. They cast their spells at the same time. Being attacked from both sides means there is only one thing I can do. Go forward. I sprint ahead toward a third dragoon. Behind me comes the intermixed sound of gushing water and blazing fire. I don't look back. The dragoon in front of me gets his spell ready. I keep running. He aims his hand straight ahead, and then... Stop it! Commander moves with astonishing speed and seemingly from out of nowhere emerges between me and the dragoon. I stop. Stop it. Commander glares at the dragoons while gritting his teeth and panting. His hand is grasping at his chest. Did sprinting here really tire him out that much? He finally takes a couple of deep breaths and scowls at me. Janis, what do you think you're doing? Go back inside.